If I told you that the average SUV could cost you nearly 10 grand a year in preventive maintenance, unexpected repairs and parts that fail way too soon, would you believe me? Well, it's totally real and backed by multiple studies from the auto industry. But hey, take a deep breath because in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 absolute queens of automotive reliability. These are the legendary SUVs that won't break down even if you rough them up a bit, slack off on upkeep occasionally, or use them every single day for absolutely everything. The ones that last hundreds of thousands of miles with just regular oil changes every 3,000 miles, basic air and fuel filters, and the standard checkups from the owner's manual. Cars you buy once and literally forget about the mechanic's shop for years on end without a worry. We're not talking about fleeting trends that last 2 years or massive 50-inch touchscreens that look flashy in the showroom, but add zero real long-term value. We're talking about SUVs built with real proven engineering that stood the test of decades, the kind that feel solid when you slam the door shut with authority, that hold up over time without falling apart like cheap toys, and that you can still proudly show off after a decade of heavy daily use. So get comfy in your seat, jot down what I'm about to say, and share this video in all your group chats with friends and family. Because I'm going to reveal the most durable SUVs on the market today. The ones that never leave you stranded on the highway at midnight. And the ones that competing brands definitely don't want you to know about or compare head-to-head with their stuff. But before we dive into this reliability rundown, if you like honest car content where we tell it like it is without any filters, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more breakdowns like this. Alright, here's what you need to know. Number 5. Subaru Outback. We kick off this list with a gem that's proven for decades what the word durability really means in the car world. This is the Subaru Outback, the SUV wagon that basically invented the entire crossover segment back when nobody believed in them in the 90s. Back then, people saw station wagons as boring family haulers with no personality or soul. But Subaru, with that forward-thinking Japanese vision that's always one step ahead of the market, said, "Hold up," and launched the Outback. And a revolutionary ride that blended the comfort of a sedan with the capability of an off-roader. From there, it changed the game's history. And pay attention because Subaru didn't just invent the concept. They perfected it over the years. Right from the start, the Outback comes with standard all-wheel drive on every single trim, no exceptions. Something the competition still charges you thousands extra for, or only gives on the priciest loaded models. And that's the key trick. Subaru delivers what others just promise in ads. So why is it on this reliability list? Because Outbacks easily surpass 125,000 miles without breaking a sweat, with just oil changes, filters, and basic manual recommended maintenance. There are documented owners who've gone over 185,000 and even 250,000 miles. And the car still starts up perfectly like nothing happened. Independent mechanics know it well. The Outback is one of those vehicles that hardly ever hits the repair shop. And when it does, it's for something totally minor. And that's not all it brings to the table. Even insurance companies love it, because it has some of the best safety ratings from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety and other international experts. A statistically safer car means cheaper insurance, and that's money staying in your pocket every month. And when it comes to performance, it's no slouch or bore either. The current Outback packs a 2.4-liter turbo engine with 260 horsepower on tap. And no, it's definitely not a lazy or clumsy SUV. This thing moves with authority, striking that perfect balance between power and control. Plus, it keeps that signature Subaru Boxer engine that gives it impressive stability in tight corners and tough terrain. The low center of gravity makes it handle more like a sports car than a traditional SUV. And here's the best year to pick for this model, according to the experts. If you want the most balanced Outback possible, go for the 2020 model. That year, Subaru nailed it all. More safety tech, better interior quality and a reasonable price, without draining your savings completely. In an honest summary, this SUV isn't just reliable. It's a smart long-term investment. Buy it once, maintain it properly per the manual, and it'll stick with you for life. The Subaru Outback doesn't scream empty luxury or exclusivity. It screams something way more important. I'm not gonna hassle you, and I'll get you wherever you want without any drama. And in a world full of disposable cardboard cars, that's pure gold. Number 4, Toyota RAV4. In this spot, we've got a true global icon, an SUV that's not only conquered streets worldwide, but also won over millions of drivers looking for something that lasts for real, without headaches. I'm talking about the Toyota RAV4, the SUV that seems built with Japanese steel, blessed by the gods of automotive reliability. And Toyota nailed the winning formula perfectly. When they launched the RAV4, they got something fundamental that a lot of brands still don't grasp. People aren't chasing complicated cars loaded with electronics or giant touchscreens. People want a vehicle that works every day, doesn't fail in clutch moments, and doesn't give you gray hairs every time you turn the key. The RAV4 is exactly that. A straightforward, a rock-solid SUV with a chassis that feels indestructible. The engine is a masterpiece of simple but effective engineering. 2.5 liters, 4 cylinders in line. Nothing exotic or trendy, but incredibly efficient and long-lasting. Toyota doesn't try to sell you smoke and mirrors with this SUV. They tell you straight up from the jump. It won't be the most thrilling to drive, but it'll last you a lifetime, and it delivers without fail. And check this jaw-dropping fact, because there are real documented stories from older owners saying their RAV4s have over 310,000 miles on them, and still running without major repairs. Yeah, you read that right. 500,000 kilometers with the original engine, same transmission, and no headaches. Not every SUV on the market pulls that off, and that's why this model holds its value like gold. It's a 10-year-old used RAV4 still sells for a premium in the pre-owned market because people know it's a tank. While other brands lose half their value the second you drive off the lot, the RAV4 is the opposite. It feels like a financial investment. And if you're worried about insurance costs, relax. Far from being pricey like many think, the RAV4 is among the cheapest SUVs to insure thanks to its sky-high safety ratings. Compared to a Jeep Cherokee or Ford Escape, it costs you less in upkeep, less in surprise repairs, and less in monthly premiums. Yeah, a lot of folks think it's expensive up front when they see the sticker price. But the secret's in what comes after the purchase. It won't demand anything costly. Not the transmission, not the engine, not frustrating electrical issues. A well-maintained RAV4 is basically eternal. And that perfectly explains why Toyota still sells over 1 million units a year worldwide. Because when a car truly works, it doesn't need fancy ads. Satisfied owners do the recommending for the brand. This SUV is a guarantee on wheels. It's like buying a long-term savings bond. Purchase it once and forget the shop forever. And don't move from the screen, because we're heading into the top 3, the most recommended by industry pros. Number 3, Hyundai Santa Fe. Now we're on to a heavy hitter that's earned its spot through consistent effort and proven results. This is the Hyundai Santa Fe, the SUV that literally changed Hyundai's story forever. A few years back, nobody took Hyundai seriously in this segment. A lot saw it as a budget brand for basic, cheap cars, but that's ancient history now. Today, the Santa Fe goes toe-to-toe with giants like Toyota, Honda, and Mazda, doing it with a mix of bold design, proven efficiency, and above all, a reliability that's shocked the entire auto world. From the outside, this SUV grabs attention right away. Its design is unique, modern, and full of character. It's not just another generic SUV in the crowd, but what really lands it on this list isn't the looks. It's the proven durability. Santa Fe owners are racking up over 185,000 miles with little more than basic manual maintenance, oil changes, brakes, and tires. Nothing like busted transmissions, serious engine leaks, or electronic screens dying in the first year. And here's the point I love most, and that adds the biggest value: the brand's warranty. Hyundai offers a 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. No other brand on this list gives that much backing. That means if something major goes wrong with the engine or transmission, you won't pay a dime out of pocket. For drivers who want peace of mind and don't want to haggle with the shop every month, this is basically a built-in mental health policy, included in the price. The engine pulls its weight perfectly too. The Santa Fe runs a 2.5-liter block with 190 horsepower. Not the most powerful in the segment, but one of the most reliable. And if you're after even more fuel savings, there's a plug-in hybrid version that blends performance with extreme efficiency. It's an SUV that gives you choices without complicating your life. And heads up on the models favored by most experts. The 2018 and 2022 years are the most recommended by both mechanics and owners alike. And the 2018 model kicked off a new era for Hyundai, a full redesign, better interior materials, and a noticeable upgrade in safety tech. And the 2022 took it all further, winning several international awards for reliability and overall performance. And the best part is, the Santa Fe is still an underrated SUV in the market. A lot of people skip it and go straight for the traditional brands, but that works in your favor. You can snag a Santa Fe in great shape for less money, with better features and fully proven quality. Resale value keeps climbing year after year, and insurance is cheaper than rivals like Jeep or Volkswagen. And that adds up to a complete, balanced, reliable, and easy-to-maintain SUV. So if you're hunting for an SUV that mixes affordability, safety, and real durability without trade-offs, stop always eyeing the same old brands and give the Santa Fe a shot. Because while many underestimate it out of bias, others are already enjoying it without ever stepping foot in a mechanic's shop. Number 2, Subaru Forester. We're climbing higher, and now we hit one of my all-time favorite SUVs worldwide, the Subaru Forester, the model that's proven time and again it's built to last and handle whatever you throw at it. A compact SUV that's practically bulletproof. And I'm not just saying that based on opinions. Experts at Consumer Reports gave it a reliability score of 98 out of 100. Listen to that number, 98. That's as close to absolute perfection as you'll see in the auto industry. A score that leaves a lot of brands in the dust who love to brag about durability in their commercials. But let's talk about a topic that always stirs up controversy and doubts: Subaru's transmissions. Yeah, a decade ago, there were serious issues with the CVT boxes. A ton of owners complained bitterly, and it dinged the brand for a while. But the truth is, Subaru listened to the feedback, learned from the mistakes, and fixed it completely. Today, those transmissions are totally different, stronger, more precise, and way more durable. And here's the key to success. Subaru officially recommends changing the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles, though some owners stretch it to 55,000 without issues. But if you follow the manual's maintenance, that tranny will last you years without asking for anything pricey. And that's not theory or guesswork. It's what owners with Foresters over 185,000 miles say, with transmissions still fully intact. And when it comes to engines, the 2.5-liter Boxer 4-cylinder is simply a mechanical gem. It's one of those engines that earns respect in the industry. It puts out 182 horsepower, and thanks to its unique horizontal, opposed cylinder design, the car's center of gravity is lower, dramatically improving stability and grip. In other words, while other SUVs lean dangerously in curves, the Forester sticks to the pavement like a sports car. And as if that weren't enough, Subaru still does something almost no other brand does today: Gives you standard all-wheel drive from the base model up, even on the entry-level, budget-friendly trims. You don't have to shell out thousands extra or upgrade to the top version. From the cheapest, every Forester comes with a WD and a full safety package. That's truly understanding the customer. That's building cars for real people, not empty marketing. And that perfectly explains why the Forester stays in the top reliability spots, year after year. Because beyond flashy designs or huge screens, what matters is it won't strand you, won't fail, and will stick with you for decades. The Subaru Forester is a smart choice. An SUV that doesn't need to pretend, that just delivers on its promises. It's Japanese, it's reliable, and it has a track record no brand can deny. This is one of the few you can still buy with your eyes closed. Number 1. Honda CR-V. And we finally hit the undisputed king of reliability, the SUV that dethroned the Toyota RAV4 after decades of dominance and is now enjoying massive success across the US and all of Latin America. I'm talking about the legendary Honda CR-V, the SUV that's become the public's hands-down favorite and Honda's crown jewel. Since it hit the market in 1995, the CR-V has been a perfect, documented example of how to build a reliable, practical, and durable SUV that stands the test of time. And the most impressive thing is it's held onto that ironclad reputation for nearly 3 full decades. Something very few models in the entire industry can claim with pride. Today, the CR-V doesn't just dominate its competitive segment, it also shattered multiple sales records in 2024, solidifying itself as the most successful model in Honda's entire history. So what's the real secret to its sustained success? Simple and straightforward: impeccable engine and transmission, true Japanese engineering, and a clean track record with no scandals. And while other brands desperately try to reinvent themselves every year with cosmetic changes and crash and burn in the process, Honda has steadily perfected its winning formula without messing up what already worked flawlessly. The most respected specialty magazines confirm it year after year. Both Consumer Reports and Repair Pal have given it near-perfect reliability scores, consistently placing it above direct competitors like the RAV4 or Mazda CX-5. And it's not just the media saying it for paid ads, it's the satisfied owners themselves. Just hop into online owner forums. CR-V users aren't there constantly complaining about issues. You don't see daily posts about transmissions failing at 30,000 moles or engines burning out prematurely. Instead, check out comments on other popular brands, and you'll see endless lists of chronic failures and unresolved problems. The Honda CR-V just works day in and day out, and when a brand pulls that off consistently, it builds lifelong loyalty. Plus, Honda evolved smartly without losing the original essence that made it famous. With the arrival of modern hybrid versions, the CR-V became the best-selling hybrid vehicle in the US in 2023. Its powertrain pairs a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle engine with an efficient electric motor, delivering 204 combined horsepower, smooth as silk, responsive to the throttle, and with absolutely stellar fuel economy. You don't need to plug it in every week, and you still get that instant Japanese engine torque that's well-tuned and refined. And the most curious and symbolic thing about all this, the CR-V has officially overtaken the RAV4 in total sales. Yeah, the numerical gap is still close, but it's symbolic and powerful because it shows Honda finally achieved what many analysts thought was totally impossible, taking the throne from King Toyota. And it wasn't with aggressive marketing or expensive ads. It was with real, provable results. Owners say it crystal clear in their testimonials. It's an SUV that doesn't ask for anything weird or costly, that reliably gets you where you want to go, and that just doesn't fail when you need it most. And when a vehicle responds like that consistently, year after year, you end up trusting it like it's a key part of the family. The Honda CR-V is, without exaggeration, the perfect SUV for anyone who wants to buy once and drive worry-free forever. It's durable as a rock, safe for the whole family, fuel efficient, and above all, truly reliable without any advertising gimmicks. And now that you know these 5 legendary proven options, let me give you some final golden tips that could save you thousands of bucks and a ton of unnecessary headaches. First, no matter which of these 5 SUVs you end up picking, always check the full maintenance history if you're buying used on the secondary market. A reliable car only stays reliable if it's been maintained properly, per the manufacturer's manual, without shortcuts. Second, don't get sucked in by the lowest price you find online. An Outback or Forester that's $500 more, but comes with a fully documented history, is worth way more than a cheap one with no maintenance records. Third, seriously consider the hybrid versions if they're available in your local market. Yeah, they cost a bit more up front, but the accumulated gas savings over 5 or 10 years totally make up for it. And fourth tip, don't be afraid to pay for a pre-purchase inspection with a trusted, independent mechanic. Spending $100 on a pro inspection can prevent you from buying a lemon that'll cost you 5 or 10 grand later in repairs. These 5 SUVs have proven for decades that when engineering is done right from the start, the result is a vehicle that simply doesn't fail or let you down. They're living proof that there are still manufacturers who genuinely care more about long-term quality than quarterly sales numbers. If this detailed, honest breakdown helped you make a better buying decision or opened your eyes to options you didn't know about before, don't forget to like the video. Share it with someone hunting for a reliable SUV. And subscribe to the channel for more straight-up car content without deceptive brand-paid ads. Drop in the comments which of these 5 SUVs you'd personally pick, and why specifically. Would you go for Subaru's standard all-wheel drive, Toyota's decades-proven reliability, or Hyundai's value and warranty? We want to hear your honest take. See you in the next video, where we'll keep busting myths and spilling uncomfortable truths about the auto industry.